Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical, and today for you guys I have quite an interesting video for you. So very recently, a YouTube user that goes by the name of Sora's Dream ended up attending Milan Games Week, which is an Italian gaming convention. Now at this convention, he was actually able to play Dream Drop Distance HD. So the footage that you guys are actually seeing on screen as of right now is his footage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link his channel in the description below. He actually does do Kingdom Hearts content, hence the name of his channel, Sora's Dream. He's an Italian YouTuber, so if you guys do speak Italian or you do understand it, you're into Kingdom Hearts content, I would actually go and check him out. But however, I just want to say a big thanks to Sora's Dream for actually uploading this footage right here, because when it comes down to it, we really haven't seen too much of Dream Drop Distance HD. A lot of what we've seen, like actual in-game gameplay footage, has been from 0.2 Birth by Sleep, and really not so much Dream Drop Distance HD. And I suppose the reason behind that is, like, Dream Drop Distance, it's a game that we already have. But still to the point, I think that there's a lot of important things to take note, especially from this footage right here. So we're just gonna get straight into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is just seeing like a decent amount of gameplay and seeing it in 60 frames per second. Now, I've talked about the 60 frames per second thing in the past before, but just seeing it looks absolutely amazing. As you guys can see right here, he actually got the segment of Riku in the dive mode, going towards, of course, the grid world that is in Dream Drop Distance, and seeing the frames and just how smooth everything is in the dive mode, I think just looks absolutely incredible. And just seeing all of his gameplay from this actual footage and seeing it run like a consistent 60 frames per second is really the nicest thing. I mean, I would actually be very, very worried if there were frame drops for Dream Drop Distance HD, considering the fact that this was once a 3DS game, now running on the PlayStation 4. That would be a little bit worrying. But from the looks of things, it looks like this runs at a consistent 60 frames per second, which is very, very, very nice, because frame drops on the 3DS version were kind of a problem. So now we don't have to deal with frame drops, rather we're playing the game at 60 frames per second, which is fantastic. Now the next thing I want to talk about is the visuals. They look so damn crisp. Now I know this is actually like off-screen footage, it's not direct feed footage, which would be very, very nice. We have actually seen some direct footage of Dream Drop Distance HD, but even just seeing this off-screen footage of these different areas, man, holy damn, this game actually looks so freaking crisp. 1080p is really, really shining through right here, and it's just kind of amazing to see a Nintendo 3DS game looking this good. You guys can like clearly notice the colors and stuff just pop out at you. Everything from the like anti-aliasing just looks really nice and clear and crisp. So Dream Drop Distance HD is looking simply awesome. Now the next thing I want to talk about is this map thing right here. I do not remember this from the 3DS version, and I'm pretty damn sure this is actually a new feature for the HD version. I don't know if this is when you press like start or something, or maybe some other button, maybe the touchpad if you press the touchpad down, but you can actually bring up a full area map of where you are in the world, which is very, very cool. It just kind of gives you like a layout of like the whole area, pretty much where you can go in that area. And I think that's like a nice little sort of bonus addition to Dream Drop Distance HD, so I thought I would mention that. The next cool thing we see in his footage is the fact that he actually uses reality shift. Now Sora's Dream actually put up his impressions. I actually had to Google translate it from Italian to English. It might not be 100% accurate, but you kind of get the basic understanding of what he's talking about. So he mentioned that the way reality shift works with this specific reality shift right here is that, of course, you activate it with, I believe, triangle and circle, and then you just simply use the analog stick. When it came down to it, before we sort of like didn't really know too much information about Dream Drop Distance HD, most of us were thinking that because of the fact that reality shift relied on the 3DS's touch controls, it would make sense that the reality shift in the Dream Drop Distance HD version would rely on the PlayStation 4's touchpad, but it seems to be that for this specific reality shift right here, it actually uses the analog stick. Now that's not to say that all of the reality shifts throughout the game will rely on the analog stick because, of course, so far we've only seen one reality shift so far. So it might actually be that like a few of the different reality shifts will use the analog stick, whereas some of them might actually end up using the touchpad. Another thing that I want to talk about is the drop gauge. So of course you guys should probably know from TGS, it was apparent the drop gauge on Dream Drop Distance HD was actually missing, and a lot of us were kind of thinking, well, perhaps maybe Square Enix have just thought to themselves, well, let's just remove the drop gauge, right? They were talking about the fact that they're actually slowing down the drop gauge so that you spend more time playing as Sora or Riku before you actually drop into the other character. But yeah, from like seeing that the drop gauge wasn't there from TGS, a lot of us thought that perhaps maybe Square Enix had removed it. In this demo right here, the drop gauge is apparent, it's there. So I suppose this pretty much confirms that drop gauges are still in Dream Drop Distance HD. The next interesting thing that I found in his impressions was the fact that he was actually talking about the way the game looks. Now, he mentioned the fact that a lot of the textures within the world space have been updated so that they do look clear, they don't look blurry and like sort of shitty. But one thing that he did complain about was the fact that the actual character models don't seem to be completely upgraded, and you can really tell that with like the polygon count for the models. Now, in terms of Kingdom Hearts 2 for 2.5 and Kingdom Hearts 1 for 1.5, all of the character models and stuff, they all got updated so that they do look nice up against that HD screen. This is actually something that Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep sort of suffered from in 2.5, where Square Enix didn't completely update the character models in Birth by Sleep HD. So from what he's saying here, the textures in the world space have all been updated, but in terms of the actual character models, it seems like they haven't really been touched. Is this a big issue? I mean, I'm really not too sure because it's kind of hard to tell from the off-screen footage, and I actually haven't personally experienced Dream Drop Distance HD. I was meant to at the EB Games Expo, but they didn't have DDD HD, god damn. So who really knows? This is something that we're going to be able to judge when we eventually get the game. However guys, that's all the information and news I have about Dream Drop Distance HD. I just have to say a big thanks to Sora's Dream for getting this footage and of course uploading it onto YouTube. It looks absolutely amazing. I'm actually just so excited for Dream Drop Distance HD, and you guys should probably know, if you've been following me for some time now, you guys will know. This is a Kingdom Hearts installment that I've wanted to receive an HD upgrade for like the longest time, and just from seeing the footage, the way it looks, how smooth it looks, I just honestly cannot wait. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Like I said, I'm going to leave Sora's Dreams channel in the description below. Be sure to check him out, and until next time guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.